success in the classroom. Joining me today is none other than Mr. Michael Thorpe, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment. And you're probably thinking, what in the world does all that mean? Well, he is responsible for all of the teaching and learning that takes place in Santa Rosa District Schools. Welcome, Mr. Thorpe.
Dr. Shepard, thank you so much for letting me come today.
Absolutely. So we want to talk a little bit about broadcast classrooms. We've been hearing so much over the last few months about broadcast classrooms. What is a broadcast classroom?
Yeah, there's little that, to me, that is more exciting than broadcast classrooms. So the concept is this. We are using technology to literally take some of our best teachers and put them in more classrooms.
Awesome. Well,
large 75-inch monitors and cameras and microphone systems, a lot of tech involved, but most importantly, fantastic teachers daily in classrooms, in schools where they're not physically located.
Wonderful. So you talked about piping them in via basically virtual.
That's right.
These teachers are going to be virtual. So tell me a little bit about what does that look like for, let's say, a middle school classroom?
Okay, well, I'm glad you mentioned middle school, because what we're going to do this year is we're going to teach geometry at 4 middle schools using the broadcast model. Essentially what happens at some middle schools, there will only be 4 or 5 students that are eligible or interested in taking geometry. In the past, these students have had to take a virtual geometry class. In a virtual geometry class, they get 1 live lesson a week. But in a broadcast classroom, they will receive a live lesson every single day from the teacher at a specific time, just like a regular class period. So what we're going to do at the middle school level this year is we will have a teacher teaching out of Holly Navarre Middle School who will be teaching a number of students from East Bay, from King Middle, from Avalon Middle, as well as any other school that has a small number of students at the middle school level that need geometry. In other words, we can't really afford to put a teacher in a school to teach a class of 5 students. But I can take 5 from this school and 5 from this school and 5 from this school and 6 from that school to create a section. And I can have a live teacher teaching geometry to those students.
Okay, so we're expanding opportunities for all of our students.
Absolutely. Opportunities that would not be available without the broadcast model.
Wonderful.
And the key here is that daily live instruction.
Wonderful.
With a teacher in which the student can communicate in real time with, simply back and forth through microphones and the cameras that we have in the classrooms.
And we know that during COVID, we amped up our technology usage here in our district, as many districts across the nation did. So really for the students, this is just kind of that natural next step in how they're utilizing technology in their classrooms and our teachers as well. So if parents want to know a little more about broadcast classrooms, or whether or not anything broadcast classroom related is going to be offered at their school sites, what can they do to get that information?
Well, they would have that conversation with the principal at the site or the guidance department at that particular site. Let me back up to something you said a moment ago.
Okay.
So you mentioned as we were out with COVID, we leveraged technology. One of the platforms that we really dove into at that time was Microsoft Teams. We are literally building our broadcast classrooms right on top of Microsoft Teams.
Wonderful.
In other words, we're using product that we already have in the district that teachers are familiar with, students are familiar with. We're adding a little bit more tech to it to allow us to broadcast in many locations around the school district.
Wonderful. And yet again, another reason why Santa Rosa District Schools is an A+ district and the best choice for education here in Santa Rosa County, all about expanding those opportunities for our students. So thank you so much, Mr. Thorpe. I know your schedule is very busy, but it's always a great opportunity to sit down and chat with you. So thanks, guys. We'll catch you next time.